don't. I don't really talk to myself, really, so much as, you know, have conversations with myself in my head. I sometimes adjust my hair in the reflections in other people's eyes. Basically, one of the reasons why I'm here is because I wrote a letter to Margaret Thatcher in 1981 after John Lennon died, asking for peace and harmony in our time. And I drew a little picture of lots of multicoloured people all holding hands underneath the rainbow, and I put a little gold shiny heart sticker. My mistake was I put my name, address, telephone number, postcode, my best friend's name, my best friend's address. I didn't put her postcode though, so God pray she's safe. It's funny because I don't really remember the first time he kissed me. I mean, you know, when was it? I can't remember. It was probably in the small playground by the mural, under my poncho. I knew then that it was probably going to end. And it was in PE later. She was sort of wearing her little hip-hugging woodland creature knickers, slut, and that was it. By home time, he was carrying a satchel. You know, I don't really blame them. I don't wish the men ill. I don't wish him dead. I don't wish her dead. I wish her sort of short hair. Probably unattractive crop, you know, hair mistake, you know, nothing too bad.
Thank you very much. Anyway, I don't believe it's my real name, but if I was famous, which I'm going to be one day when I get out of this place, I'm going to have one of those clever names, like Edward Woodward. Isn't that a brilliant name? Edward Woodward. Edward Woodward. I'm thinking of changing my name to Adam Dum-Dum.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up! You've told your last joke.
No, but don't you understand? What I've done is I've taken the three syllables of his name, I've replaced with the second syllable of my name.
I can't take it anymore!
Hello, everybody. How you feeling? All right? Tea and biscuits? You see, I had thought of a possible resolution here.
Well, speak swiftly, Doctor, for this bullet has his name upon it.
Yeah, it's a dum-dum bullet.
You see, what you've got here is a classic hostage situation where a cherished person is taken hostage, threatened with violence, so that their friends and loved ones will be worried and pace around in a large room wringing their hands, the wife leaning her head on her husband's shoulder before telephoning the bank manager to raise a large ransom which will threaten to bankrupt the family business.
And?
Well, there's a basic flaw in your strategy here.
Which is?
Adam is a twat.
What?
I've spoken to everybody, Adam, and they're quite happy for you to have your fingers chopped off and for you to be placed in a large bag with loads of stones in all your pockets and for you to be dropped off a jetty. I'm very grateful to you, Victor, for taking Adam off our hands this afternoon, and I'd like to thank you in some way.
Thank me? How?
Ooh, I don't know. Perhaps you could direct a play or something.
The theatre. Of course. Oh, the smell of the grease paint. Yes, the reek of the crowd. Oh, the squeak of the tiny little children with their little pantaloons like harlequins are flapping and are bobbing, and the globes of the women are bobbing in the sea, and the twinkling little valleys and the twisting...
You think others don't like me? Maybe I should change my set, you know. Less political stuff, more knob gags. What do you reckon?
Come! Tell me, when was the last time you saw a doctor? Actually, I went to see a child psychologist recently. And how did that go? It was shit. He was only 7. So how are we feeling this week? Well, actually, I got stung by a bee yesterday. Yes? It's 20 quid for a jar of honey. I couldn't believe it. It's just that I'm feeling a bit fat. Do you think it might be water retention? No, I'd say probably lager and curry retention. I've put on a lot of weight. You won't believe this. I used to be 7 pounds 3 ounces. So I went to the supermarket and bought some HP sauce. I've got to pay 6p a week over 3 months. Then I went bobsleighing and killed 20 bobs. Tell me, have you been taking any drugs? But it's funny you should mention that, because I went to a dyslexic rave and it was brilliant. Loads of people taking F. And there's a bloke in the corner, he was trying to inject a heroin. He's a smock addict, apparently. And is this a regular occurrence? Well, I got stoned last night. I told this Palestinian bloke the West Bank belongs to Israel. Well, personally, I don't take a lot of drugs. I normally pay for them. It avoids the fight. Although when I get stoned, I get very paranoid. Recently, I was crawling home on the A4. It was about 11 miles an hour, and the police stopped me and they said, "You're stoned." I said, "How do you know?" They said, "You haven't got a car." And it was rather embarrassing. I was manoeuvring, indicating, stopping at lights. And I filled up with petrol in Hammersmith. He said it was petrol. It only cost me a Mars bar. So, when it comes to sex and all that, as a doctor, do you believe that every sperm is sacred? No. If that was the case, that would make my handkerchief drawer a religious shrine, and my sock drawer, and my golden retriever. So do you have many friends? I've got a good friend, his name is Dave. He's a cat burglar. He sands their paws down and resprays them. You're quite a comedian, aren't you? Yes. I did a show recently in an old people's home. I don't know if it was any good, but they pissed themselves anyway. Do you ever find that you talk to yourself?